So when you deal with the word admiration, let's look that up. So John on the island of Patmos was seeing this concerning how Israelites was getting put to death, but he was still stunned and wanting to go to Babylon the Great. Okay? But he was still seeing Israelites get put to death in his vision, but the woman was so beautiful, he still wanted to go there. You know? So we looking it up in the blue letter. Let's look up the word admiration, right? YAHAWAH, this is Strong G 2295, right? And it says a wonderful thing, a marvel, wonder, to wonder with great wonder, i.e. exceedingly. So when you look up the word, let's look up the word marvel. Marvel meaning see, it says to be filled with wonder or astonishment. And then look up the word astonishment. Astonishment, meaning with great surprise. So when it's all said and done, John the Revelator was looking at the woman, you know what I'm saying, stuck, like, man, you know, a beautiful woman stuck, was just looking at her, and he was surprised, and he wanted to go there. But the Israelites were getting put to death in Babylon the Great, aka Rome. So he's seeing this all in the vision concerning that woman, which is Babylon the Great. Now, let's go back out, right? Let's see if I can see what's in the root of that. See if I can get anything. Okay, in the root of it, right? Admiration. YAHAWAH, right? And it's Strong G 2300, right? And it's and I read this definition. This definition is This is the second definition and one, and it says in the sense of visiting, meeting with a person. So John wanted to meet that woman, meaning he wanted to go there and visit Babylon the Great. Okay, because that woman was so beautiful to him. Okay, even though he seen Israelites get put to death, but the angel finna tell John concerning, hey, the future of this woman, right? So let me go back, right? So this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 6, and it said, I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of YAHAWASHI. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Right? Verse 7. And the angel said unto me, why? Hold on, off my spot. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which had the 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, I read that again. It says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? And I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast. Now the beast is NATO and the EU. The EU is the economic part of the beast, and NATO is the military part of the beast, right? And it says, and that carried her, which had the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The 10 horns are the EU, right? And let me see. Okay, see what you got right there? See if I can hold it up. You know, you got the 7 heads. You got Germania Major, Romans, French, Spanish, Germania Minor, British, and the Greek. Those are the 7 heads, right? And then you got the ECC, right? And the ECC is known as the European Economic Community. Now, when you research the Treaty of Rome, that goes into economics and making Europe united. But it's called the Treaty of Rome. So that's the revived Roman Empire coming back again, you see? And that's dealing with economics, right? And revive means to live. And today is known as the EU, right? So that's the 7 heads, right? The 7 heads, you got that, right? And I read that again. It says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? And I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her. And the woman is talking about Babylon the Great, America. And it says, which have the 7 heads, which I showed you that, and had the 10 horns. Now, when you go into the history of the EU, first it was 6, then it went to 12, then it went to how many EU members are there today? And now it's up to 27. But in the beginning, how many members of the EU in the beginning? The origin of the EU. Let me see if I can get it. How many members were there in the beginning of the EU? Okay. Now you see it got 6 there. I'll show you. See, they got 6 there. And then when you scroll down, they got Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, right? And then when you scroll down, let me see, it goes to, and when you scroll down, it goes to 12, right? And let me see something here. I want to say, so look, now I'm gonna show y'all something. When you look at that 12, you got Australia, you got Belgium, you got Finland, and you got France, you got Germany, you got Ireland, and you got Italy, and you got Luxembourg, and then you got the Netherlands. So guess what? You got Portugal and Spain. So if you take away Portugal and Spain, what you got? 10 of them. You see? So Portugal and Spain is basically the same. But you got 10 of them. So there you go right there. See what you got? All right, so I'm getting back out of there. So let's see what we got here. All right. Let me read that again. This is Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 17, verse 7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? And I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which had the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Verse 8, the beast that thou sawest was, and it said, the beast that thou sawest was, is dealing with the old Roman Empire, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. So what it is that's America ascending out of the bottomless pit through Great Britain. Okay? So what I want to do is the 13 colonies of America.
According to Wikipedia, the 13 colonies refers to the group of British colonies on the Atlantic coast of North America which broke away from the British Crown in the American Revolutionary War and joined to form the United States of America.
You see? So they broke away from the British Crown to form the United States of America. But where did the 13 colonies come from? Britain. You see? So I read that again. This is the beast that thou sawest. It says the beast that thou sawest was and is not yet. So you saw the Roman Empire, but what's going to happen is America is going to come out of Great Britain, right? And through the 13 colonies, and that's how the revived Roman Empire is going to live again. It says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit through Britain, out of Europe, and go into perdition, meaning destruction, meaning America will go into destruction, aka the Roman Empire, Babylon the Great. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. You see? So, like I was explaining concerning ancient Rome, the revived Roman Empire, and Great Britain, and America was going to come out of Great Britain. Okay? Now, concerning the book of life, when you read Deuteronomy 28, matter of fact, let me get to it. Let me get it feed. All right, this is Ephesians, right? And the key is in verse 4, but I started 2. It says, this Ephesians chapter 1, verse 2. Grace be to you and peace from the power of our Father and from the Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Verse 3. Blessed be the power and the Father of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, who has blessed you with all spiritual blessings in the heaven, in heavenly places in a Mashiach. Verse 4. According as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. So you had the elect chosen before the foundation of the world. 2/3, they were just going to be out there. But when you read, they were just going to be out there and taken and seduced by Babylon the Great, aka Rome, and sucked into all this idolatry. And the Heavenly Father was going to show them hatred by destroying 2/3 who submitted themselves and worshiped Babylon the Great and took that chip. So going to looking at this, where am I? Ah, there we go. All right, now I'm gonna read this again. Going back to Revelation, right? Going back to Revelation. This is all right, this is Revelation chapter. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was Roman Empire, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and shall go into perdition. Now, how did they ascend out of the bottomless pit? Through Great Britain, which Great Britain is in Europe, and America came out of Great Britain through the 13 colonies, and shall go into position, destruction. And that they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life. So when you deal with the book of life, it goes into the blessings. Going back to Deuteronomy 28 in the first verse on down. 2/3, they're going to have to die in the second death, with thermonuclear destruction. First death was the flood. But the book of life is where you're going to get health, new body, and all the benefits according to the promises that YAHAWASHI made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? And 2/3, and all these people right here, you got 18 primary nations on the earth. And all these, from 2 on down, they was not written in the book of life. And 2/3 of our own people gonna have to die on this side. Okay? They gonna have to suffer the second death. But the elect that were chosen from the foundation of the world is gonna be delivered and receive the blessings concerning the book of life. Right? And it says, I'll read that again. So like it. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 8. And the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and shall go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. So, like I was explaining, the Roman Empire, right? The Roman Empire, and then you got America coming out of Great Britain, right? Which is the revived Roman Empire. Okay? So that was just going into verse 9. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, meaning government. How you get the understanding of just talking about government is you read Isaiah the 2nd chapter, and it lets you know when we get back in power and ruling, it's symbolically known as a mountain. Okay, so when you read Isaiah the 2nd chapter, it gives you the definition of a mountain which represents government. Okay, I'll read that again. Verse 9, Revelation 17:9. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. Dang, just lost my spot. I read it again. This Revelation chapter, I can't see it here. This Revelation chapter 17, verse 9. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. Okay? There you go. Is 7 mountains. One more. Yeah. See? There you go. You see? Them the mountains. Germania Major, Roman, French, Spanish, Germany, Germania Minor, British. And then you got America sitting on it, right? And the Greeks, right? And it says, verse 10, and there were 7 kings, 5 are fallen. The 5 that fell was, I want to say the 5 that fell, if I'm mistaken, was the French, the Greeks, Spain, the French, Greeks, Spain, who else was it? Germania Major and Germania Minor. Okay, those was the 5 that fell. Okay. I read verse 10 again. This Revelation chapter 17, verse 10. And there were 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is. That's Great Britain. And the other is not yet come. That's talking about America. And when he cometh, he must, I'm sorry, my fault. I read it again. This is Revelations, the 5 that fell. I read this again. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 10. And there were 7 kings, 5 are fallen. The 5 that fell was the Greeks, Germania Major, Germania Minor, France, and Spain. Those were the 5 that fell, right? And one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue for a short space.